Hello everyone, Jet here, and welcome to my new playthrough. Now we are going to be playing as Orion here. I was tempted to play Drufu for a bit, but I've had shouts for Orion already. I kind of personally prefer Drufu because he's just terrifying, and he's ridiculously powerful, which probably makes him a bit easier to play. Anyway, we're also going to be using a JR skill tree mod. That's probably not the proper name from it. It's going to be linked in the comments, as well as our usual batch from the last couple. So that's the community hotfix bug, and I can't remember what the other one is. Oh, the great power penalty removal one as well. So obviously, we get the unique wild hunt events as Orion. We also get cheaper upkeep for some of our units, extra leadership in forest battles. However, to recruit certain units, elite forest spirit units such as tree men, it costs us amber, which is a unique resource. We also get extra leadership for elven units. We also get quite a nice start, Deepwood Scouts, General Spears, and some Wild Riders, which are very good. Thing with the elven archers is, well, the really good thing with the elven archers is that they can move and shoot. So they can constantly move and shoot, and they're quite quick anyway. Obviously, elves are a bit different. We've got our fast move, which is the world roots. We use amber as our as one of our resources, which helps us unlock things. And we have an elven council. And as I said, we're a very heavily ranged, focused army. So anyway, let's jump into this and see what it tells us is going on. So we're just pushing in now. It's given us the correct backdrop for our loading screen. It doesn't always do that. So obviously we're going to have Orion, who is a very powerful ranged lord, as well as being relatively good at melee. But he's going to be our main one here. I do want to try and get Drufu in when I confederate with the with his faction, but we'll see how that goes.
Be ever vigilant, my eternal lord. I come to render my assistance to the forest, for this is a time of great peril for Athelloren. Potential enemies are at every turn. To the north, the Bretonnians lie in wait. We must tread carefully, for their expansionist desires are well known, yet they could be firm allies against other foes. Furthermore, greenskin incursions are increasing. They defile the sanctity of the forests with their filth. The only answer is war. Move against their mountain hovels and end their sorry sorties. To the west, the beastmen herds are massive. These cloven beasts will desecrate everything, including your sacred woodlands, unless stopped by force of arms. You must turn the tables, take the hunt to them. The taint of chaos must not despoil the king's glade. Though the men of the lowlands know the price of intrusion, they still trespass upon your hallowed groves. No more. Drive them from the forest's edge. The Oak of Ages is threatened, Lord Orion, and it is time to unite in their defense. The Azrae of Athelloren shall be ascendant. To war.
Okay, so we are a bit different. This is the thing telling us how to play, because as you can see, guys, we don't have settlements. We don't have climates on any of these. And that's because, just like in Warhammer 1, if you've played this and these guys and them, we can't actually take the settlements. They are normal settlements. Now, I believe this isn't the case for some of the places over in. While we still get amber from them, we can actually build up in a lot of those settlements. Whereas in most of the settlements over here, we can't build as much. Though I could be wrong there. We'll have to see as we expand. Anyway, so our first chapter objective is to make sure we've upgraded the Oak of Ages. Anyway, so to start with, let's look around us. We've got an orc faction here. We've got the dwarfies up here, and we are. Okay, my game just went black on my screen for a second. What is going on? I think my screen is a bit loose there because it didn't go on my other screen where I'm recording. So anyway, so I could go to all the other guys, but you can also confederate with them
The strength of
relatively
the
quickly.
forest realms is governed
Okay,
by
this is we'll talk about a bit later on. Obviously, I don't have the biggest army. We're at war with these guys, so we're actually going to move towards them. Oh, that's in someone else's territory. Where is the border?
Make way!
We're going to build up a bit first, anyway.
I will grant your request.
And unsurprisingly, with these guys, it's all about your archers, guys. And then we're going to jump in and try and get ourselves a few settlements fairly early on. We might deal with the orcs, but we'll deal with them as we deal with them. Right, so buildings first. Now, this is one of the things you do have issues with. Is actually income generation as the wood elves, sorry, is not great. However, as you expand, you can get you give yourselves buffs to what's going on around the place, and that happens from all of these places. And it's the same with it's the same with a lot of the other things. So as you expand, you give yourself really big buffs to what's going on around you. I also want to be able to recruit archers, so we're going to get that. This lets me recruit better archers, so yeah, I can have ones which do fire and magic damage, or ones which just do straight magic damage. They're the same cost, so what's the difference? Oh, these guys are armor piercing, these guys are poisoning, so having a mix is probably good.
Of the forest.
Right, this is a way stalker. They can be, I believe these guys, let's have a look. So we can set him up as a melee fighter or range. Now, we are mostly going to be range, so we'll work it off. Obviously, we can also give him various other buffs. Now, this is probably slightly different from what you guys will see, because I've got JR's upgraded skill trees, because obviously we don't have all, you know, so there's a few extra skills here and things are buffed up, so we might have a few extra bits and pieces here to what we'd normally have. So if you want some of it, you know, if you do want to have it looking like this, you probably need to grab that mod, which will be in our comments, guys. We're going to chuck him in our army to start with to help buff them up as well. Get our tech going. And you can see our tech is quite odd here. It goes around various ways, and we've got to use amber to get certain parts of it. It will cost us some of our amber. And that, straight out, 50 growth in all provinces is very good. However, if I go down the other way, where is it? One of these, I believe, lets me... Oh, reducing global recruitment capacity is good. You can also reduce global recruitment capacity. So effectively, you can use global recruitment everywhere at top end. Which one is it? Oh, maybe I can do that straight away. I was sure I had to recruit being able to... Oh, no! It's not them. The people who have to get the ability to... learn the ability to confederate is Bretonia, not the elves. So I won't worry about that. Anyway, let's end turn while I build up. Now, I don't want to rush too early. We've got Drufu up here, who is the tree man. He's not as friendly with us, so we want to be a little careful. Now, what are you doing in here? They're not necessarily friendly with me, though I don't want to be going to war with too many people straight away. I'm not the best Wood Elf player, I'm not the worst Wood Elf player. Wood Elves are an odd faction, because they have quite a few units which create fear as well. Certainly your Dryads are really, really good.
The Asray of Ataloran live in harmony.
Okay,
with
so he's
the
just
great forest.
telling me about my faction again, so I'm not that fussed about it. Actually, I think I should have probably built something different, but never mind. Yeah, we can't get these guys yet because we need a bow workshop. However, these guys are slightly better than these guys. Oh, we've got some Way Watchers who are very good. And you see, these guys all have really nice range. Why could I build him last turn? I suddenly can't. You
have my blessing.
Okay, and we're getting a little skint now, so actually we're going to jump out.
In the woods. You have my spear.
We are going to use our world route to get us here, and we're going to go straight into here, because they are at war with us like fools. And let's end turn, and when we capture here, we will gain we will gain some amber. Now the thing is, these are outposts. We don't get full settlements, I don't believe. There might be some changes to what we get access to. I don't quite know exactly what and how that will work. We'll have to see that when we see that. Okay, so I want to be a bit careful here, because obviously they've just brought down a big army. So we maybe don't want to jump straight into here. We'll have a look at them, because the other thing I've got which is beneficial is I am very, very mobile.
Of Ages is the source of all life in the...
And again, he's just telling us about the Oak of Ages. Now, this is my sort of central building. And as I up it, it gets a good thing. It gives me various buffs, as you can see. Oh, that's how I do it. It allows Confederation when I grow up. But it also reduces the amount of taint I receive, and it buffs things like public order. So actually, as this campaign goes on, that is something I really do want to level up quite quickly. So they don't have too big a garrison.
Take me for a churl?
We're going to do this.
My will is yours. I fear no one.
So obviously they're quite cavalry heavy, so I do want to be a bit careful of that. They've got lots of peasants. But basically what I want to do here is I ideally want to stay relatively mobile and let my archers deal with them. So we'll do this in a very classic way. We'll pin them with these guys who are all anti-large. So these guys are going to be great against their
Raiders of
against their cav. And we've got really nice ranged units. And actually, oh, do these guys have vanguard deployments? Oh. So we're going to set up a little bit of an ambush here as well.
Archers ready. Children of Athelloren.
So you guys aren't going to be on fire at will, and you're going to be hidden in there. We're going to set up our main line here. We'll give you guys some cav backup as well, who will stay hidden there.
Foes of Athelloren.
These guys, Orion is both ranged and melee. As you can see, he's reasonable melee. He's got very good weapon strength, but he's also a ranged character as well. And, I mean, terror and fear. So we're going to have him in our line shooting out as well. Let's have these guys behind and these guys here. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and pull them onto us here. Then these guys, once they're engaged, these guys will all start shooting into the side and we'll cav charge them too. It's quite a big army and they might come a little bit too close, so I do want to be careful. So actually, we can outrange these guys, so let's start shooting these guys to pepper them and keep them away from my guys hidden in the woods.
Flatten them. Aim true as ray. Eternal guard. This instant. For Athelloren.
Okay, let's pull back.
With haste.
And they saw us, so let's countercharge.
Deepwood Guardian.
Let's label you guys shooting. That's gone badly, so I need to move my line forwards fast.
Straight away. At speed. Rousing the forest. Orders. Foes of Athelloren.
Let's hit them. We've shattered that unit. Let you guys charge him. Oh god, I missed them coming round.
Ready and waiting. I will crush them. By Karnas.
Oh, this is not going well actually. You guys can pull back. You guys can get over here actually to deal with these guys. You guys can all enable skirmish mode so you can just shoot these guys as they push us.
Now, I straight away.
You can charge in and we've got a nice vortex spell here to pop off. And a bombardment to drop on them. So we get these wolves, shadow wolves which jump around. Charge into them. You guys can pull into the side and we'll smash into there. These guys are doing fine, so they're just going to keep moving around and avoiding these guys with skirmish mode on. And the beautiful thing is, they will shoot while they do this. So we've completely shattered them there. You guys can hammer into the side here. You can get into that cav, that ranged. Need to watch them a bit. You guys can charge around here.
Battle! Quickly!
You guys can come and shoot here.
Orders!
I want to send some support over to these guys. You guys can keep pressuring here.
Lauren!
And one of you guys can charge off the back of these guys.
Left fly! Team, break
Let's
them!
get my Way Watcher involved in melee, and while the other guys keep shooting there. You guys can move forwards. Oh no, you can charge them. You guys can shoot them actually.
Orion!
Orion is doing nicely there. Let's get you guys in behind.
To battle!
We're doing nicely up here because we're actually peppering all of these guys.
Our bows are yours! Forest Stalker!
These guys get into woods because all of my guys actually get buffs, I believe, when they're in woods. So
Deep wood cavalry! Yes!
a lot of these guys have turned around. We're going to save that. That's not a huge issue for us. You can charge into them. And once they're pinned, we'll chuck out a bombardment. That's actually perfect. So we're going to shred through them again. Right, you guys can all charge up here. You can get involved. My Way Watcher can get involved with their Lord.
Your orders?
We're breaking these guys nicely. You guys can move forwards and start shooting at them. And you guys can start shooting them. I want to take out their archers now. My melee are not doing well, but I've not got strong melee. I'm relying on my archers, and you can see just how solid my archers have been doing. However, these guys aren't shielded, so that's why they've been suffering. In fact, we're going to get this cav out into their archers. And again, we'd have actually done better fighting in the woods, but I wanted to try and pull them into a very specific position. We're nicely breaking all of these guys now.
Way Watchers!
You guys can turn and face here.
Eternal God!
We're doing nicely. Actually, I say Orion's doing nicely. He's taking a bit more damage than I would really like, so he can get some support from these guys. Ah, they're all beginning to shatter actually now, so we might even have the mass rout going on soon.
Eternal God! Hungry for battle!
You guys can slide onto them. Throw that down there. Nice bombardment there with our Hawk's Talon. Not actually seen what it looks like, so it's just another nice load of archers. And we're done. It's a bit of a nasty fight. To be fair, my ambush messed up, which is what really messed it up. I should have had them further back. But we still won, and we'll still have taken that town, so I'm happy with that. It could have been better. I tried a risky tactic, basically, which I didn't need to try. I could have just held a really nice line, and we'd have shredded them. But, you know, less than 200 for 4, 5, 6, 700. I'm happy with that. Now we can sack it, we can raise it, or we can take it, which gives us amber. So we're actually going to take it, which will give us a bit more amber to our supply.
It is time to establish your first Azray lookout beyond Athelloren's woodland boughs. Establishing such outposts is vitally important if you wish to conquer the old world, with a precious piece of amber your reward for each one constructed.
Now, you see, as he said, so we've captured this and we gain amber for capturing it. Now, this outpost doesn't expand. Now, there are lots of mods which change the way these works, and some are very good. I'm choosing not to use them at the moment, guys. So obviously this has a nice amount of untainted, it gives me public order, it gives me a tiny amount of income. Now what I get is I can generate some income from the cattle pens, or we've got various other buildings I can use to do things, which are provide more of a garrison, for example, or give me extra buffs for all of my forces, or 2% extra income and 2% extra growth faction wide. And this is where the elves get really strong, is as you build up multiple places, you get more and more and more. Now, for the moment, I'm not entirely sure what I want to do other than level up Orion. Again, we probably have a few more stats here because we are using this JR's skill trees, improved skill trees. Now, the first thing we're doing is the ever-reaching tendrils, which is our words are failing me again, our movement bonus one. Now, we've got various ranged ones, various melee ones again, so we can go either way. We've got 40 points to spend, so we've got lots of things. Obviously, we've got some nice new abilities too, and you know, lots of abilities for our army to buff up various different things. So missile damage is going to be a no-brainer to start with, and faster reload reduction. You know, so some of these are going to be no-brainers, and hopefully we'll actually be able to get quite a lot of these things. And lots of very nice extra things in any of these faction-wide buffs. Ooh, and global recruitment to pass cast to be +1 as well, so that's very nice. Anyway, we'll look more into that when we can. What do I want? To start with, I'm going to take the extra income, because extra income is always useful. And now, you see, we are... The issue is we can't really recruit here, and any recruitment is going to take us time. So, we could always jump back next turn, then recruit, then jump back, but that's going to take us ages. However, it does also cost more to recruit out here. So we're going to get a couple of units going anyway. Okay, and then we're going to expand into their territory. We are going to try and befriend quite a few people around us. I do need to unlock the ability to get trade. And we are potentially going to look at going to war with the High Elves relatively early on. Because I hear they have some pretty territories which I can build more places in. Basically, I from what I've heard, I don't know if this is 100%, they've actually got a few settlements I can actually use as Wood Elf settlements, as straight out Elven settlements rather than the normal ones, and certainly the gates I will be able to. Okay, so my Way Watcher has leveled up again. I've got a choice of melee or ranged for him. We're going to give him magic missiles because that gives him magic missiles. However, that's good. So everybody in range of him gets 10%. Oh, wow, that's actually very nice. Actually, we're going to do... Ooh. They are very nice. We're going to grab that one to start with, because then if he's working with archers, our archers become that little bit tougher. I want some more spears, actually. So I know it's going to add another turn onto our movement, but... It's about getting ourselves built up, and we're going to go on Paravon. Now, I do want to unlock being able to make Dryads relatively early on, because they are a lovely melee unit to have, because they're quite tough, and they instill fear in your enemies, so they work quite well as a nice solid centre. So we'll have our spears as our edges, and we'll have them to hit. Okay, so we've researched our first tech, which gives us buffs in forest battles, and we've gained so Forge of Starlight. There is one domain of Athenlorel regarded as the home of the smiths of the Forge of Starlight. Beneath these noisome and industrious boughs, the undisputed master armourers ply their craft with unfaltering excellence. The weapons created here not only provide a literal edge in battle, but improve the morale. Improve the morale of those wielding them simply by knowing where they came from, which gives us a nice buff to leadership and melee attack for a few turns.
Protector of the Oak.
Right, so extra income. income, and that's going to be a nice one as well later on. But income early on is going to be a huge must, and I want to get this fast because that extra growth is going to be very, very useful.
What do you need? This is Athelloren, home of the... Just so.
Get some non-aggression pacts
Great
out.
Lord,
These
we
guys
will see
if I
our
can.
homeland persist through all the coming ages of the world.
Now that's good.
Ridiculous.
So if I ally with them, I get any amber they get. Anyway, we can't really ally with anybody at the moment, so we're going to wait a turn, then we're going to march on. We're probably going to push up into the mountains soon, and again, we'll probably get into early conflict with the vampires as we have in my Dwarven campaign, simply because they're one of our natural enemies, and they expand far too much in this version of the game at the moment, so yeah. Right, so we're going to be ready to start pushing now.
The hunter!
The Great Council of the Lords and Ladies of Athelloren gather every so often to discuss and determine the future of the Aserai. Their word, once the debate is concluded, is proclaimed throughout the forest and enacted immediately. At this moment, they have decided that more funds are required. So they've given me more funds, which is nice.
I thirst for the hunt. Yes?
We can raid. I don't think we're going to get a huge amount from
Away I
raiding.
go.
Get a little bit of cash, but not a huge amount. We can go into ambush stance. Or we can go straight for here.
Orion!
However, we're going to go ambush stance for now, just
make
in
it
case
so.
they come for us. In which case we get a chance to ambush, and then we're going to Zerg here. Straight out, and try and capture it. We might be a bit more than I can deal with at the moment, so I might have to pull back, but we'll work that out as we work that out. They really don't have much there at the moment, and actually getting that whole territory would be nice. And I believe capitals they obviously give you more amber, and they are also, as you can tell, they're slightly better. Oh, he wants a peace treaty. That's not going to be happening.
Consider their offer carefully.
That's, you're marching on us and we're about to lose. Help. And they've moved that army away because they can't see me approaching because I'm in that ambush stance. So, while I've not ambushed them, that's worked quite well. And I don't think that's in reinforcement distance. So, that's going to likely help us, actually. So, that's a nice thing for us. So, our ambush is foiled. They've seen us. So, actually, they saw
I live
us.
to serve Ariel. I bring
Why
pain.
did he march away? And that blocks Drufu from pushing out as well. Now I can hold here, or I could go straight away. I'm going to attack straight away because I don't want those Oh, I can't attack straight away. We're going to get a ram out. We're going to hold. I hope they might even charge out at me. Okay, so we're going to up our glade, which is going to give us a bit more extra growth. Give us a bigger garrison as well. And, yeah, give us more settlements. And obviously, you can see, guys, these settlements are huge. So, and that's the same with all of these settlements, because this is where all of my buildings get built. And there are certain buildings which you have to build. And what you end up doing is you end up building one in each of them as you confederate these guys later on. Okay, it's Karak Norn. While traditionally I'm probably not particularly friendly with the dwarfs, I don't necessarily want to be going to war with them massively, because for the very simple reason that they provide a nice solid backbone to my territory as they expand, and they'll produce, if they take over here, it gives me a nice solid bit of territory. Oh, we've gained the disappeared. The populace in one of your settlements is gradually vanishing. On certain nights, whole ghettos or districts are left abandoned. The only clue of the remaining denizens are a triangular symbol daubed near a gate or wall. Negative growth, which is obviously Skaven, for those who don't know. Anyway, we are ready to attack here now. However, guys,
Blood for Cain!
that is going to have to wait for next time. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. I do hope you've enjoyed this.